Ellie, MCP Marketing UR of ISEC in Belgium, and this is a short video from the Sales Academy all about lead calling. Now you might be wondering, what is lead calling? It's actually when we call our sign-ups right after they signed up. You need to call them within 24 hours, and this is basically a booklet and a short video explaining you how to do it and some tips and tricks on doing it with success.
All right, so here we are in the short booklet about lead calling. So basically, calling our signups, why, what is it? It is part of the standard operating procedures for our outgoing exchange products. It is also actually the first step into the consideration phase of our customer flow. And the idea is that to be able to give a good customer experience to all the people who are interested in ISEC and are signing up on our platform, it's very important to follow up with them immediately after, they're still warm, they're interested, they signed up on our platform. So let's not wait too long before calling them. That's why within 24 hours, they should receive a call from a fellow ISEC member telling them more about our product and about their opportunities with ISEC, right? So that's what calling our signups is. So the first step, this booklet is basically in 4 different steps. The first step, before even calling the lead, is to understand the lead. So what is a lead? A lead is simply an individual who shows interest in what you are selling. So it's basically the sign up, okay? So from now on, when I say lead, just think of sign up, okay? First step is always to understand that person. So check Expa, check everything on the profile. If you don't find much information on the profile on Expa because they didn't feel anything, check them on Facebook, LinkedIn, be a, sort of detective, be in your stalking mode and just try to find out as much as you can about that person, what languages that they speak, what is he or she studying. But even on Expa, you can also see the referral, how did the person get to know ISEC, if the person already checked some products, if there's already a product that is marked as interested in or not. All of this will help you understand the person better. So when you talk to him or her, you are more prepared to, okay, what will you actually tell that person, right? The next step, and actually something super important to keep in mind when you're calling, is talk less, listen more. This is really the one key thing that any person who does cold calling, which this is not cold calling, but any person who tries to basically sell something on the phone should always make sure to keep the rule in mind of 80-20. So 80% of the conversation should be about the other person, and only 20% should be about you and about ISEC. So this is not about you giving them a mini info session over the phone. This is about you having a conversation with someone who just signed up because they're interested in ISEC. So here you can see, you can read a bit more tips and tricks on how to be able to do that, right? Then the next thing is, it's very important when you're having a call to have it scripted, right? So basically to know exactly how you will start your call, what will be the main questions in your call, and how you will end your call. But the most important thing is actually to connect with the person that you have on the phone. So it's not about reciting a text like a machine when you have the person on the phone, like the text that you knew by heart. It's important to know the script by heart, but this is only because if you know it by heart, it will be easier for you to improvise and to have a conversation that is more natural with the person that you have on the phone. So also a very important rule to keep in mind, and that we tend to forget, is we tend to use ISEC lingo, like talk about GV, or we talk about EP or SDGs, but people don't know what SDGs are, and of course they don't know what EP means, and probably not what GV means either. So make sure to keep the conversation as real as possible and as normal as possible, as if you were explaining ISEC to your 3-year-old sister, for example. Then the most important part of your call is actually to have a clear call to action. So the main objective of your call is actually not to sell the products that you're trying to sell them. It's to make sure that the conversation leads to to the person on the phone, ready to act on a clear call to action that you give them. So this can be whatever it is that you're using in your LC and that you're using at that time of the year, right? So it can be a face-to-face meeting, or it can be you're calling your new signups to invite them for the next info session, or it can be to apply for specific opportunities already. So it's very, very important that at the end of the call, both you and the person you called are very clear on, okay, what action does this person take next? What is the timeline, the deadline for this action? What can that person expect from ISEC? What can you expect from that person? And how will that person be in contact with ISEC moving forward? This has always to be super very clear in the call. And then lastly, at the end of the call, you have to score the lead and then follow up on them immediately. So what is scoring the lead? It's actually something that is called lead scoring, and that is a method to evaluate and score each of your leads, and basically to understand how ready they are to buy our product, or we can also say how warm they are to buy our product as an EP, right? And it's super, super important to do this step and to follow up on their profile, on their sign up on Expa like this, because this will help your marketing team a lot into knowing, okay, when should we follow up on this person? Is this person actually for next year? Because this year everything is planned this summer, but they know they want it for next year. So all of these elements are very, very important to keep into consideration and to write down on our CRM, so our customer relationship management tool, which is Expa. So this lead scoring aspect is very important. Next to that, aside from that, you always follow up with your call. You follow up with an email. And then, of course, with a WhatsApp or Facebook message as well, to refer them to the email they received, where you can follow up also more personally on the things that you discussed in the call and send them already the opportunities that they can apply for. So now that you've had this call and you understand this person much better, you know, okay, what kind of things should be showcased in this email. Because like to personalize it to the person you just talked to, right? So yeah, those are basically the most important aspects of lead calling. So to close off actually this booklet about lead calling, remember that it cannot hurt you, it is fun. Remember that it is a conversation with someone that you're having on the phone. You are young, they are young, you're probably studying at the same university as they are. So keep it very, natural and honest. And remind yourself also that the first time you will be doing this, it will be a bit hard and weird and uncomfortable. But I promise you guys, it becomes more fun the more you do it, and you will become better at it as well. And that's, of course, the fun part of it, is noticing that you're becoming better. So yeah, be positive, be yourself, and for sure, don't take it personally. So if the people are sometimes a bit rude on the phone or whatever, like, it's not about you, right? So yeah, now go and call them all.